What up with your world? This is your boy DJ Money Matt with Stop Beef from Radio. Salute to Just Jay and Jerry from the Hype Magazine, allowing us to do the talk series. I got a special invited guest going to join us in just a few moments. What's up, man? How you doing today?
Yo, what's happening, man? What's going on? Doing great,
man. I'm honored and privileged to get the chance to talk to you, man. A fan for a long time, man. So when Manny Faces helped connect us, man, it was an honor, man. So I appreciate the opportunity.
Nah, no problem, man. I'm honored, man. You know, it feels good, man, but somebody want to reach out to you and talk to you about stuff. So, man, you always got to be humble about some things. You feel me?
Yeah, that's dope. Now, to get started, for the people who may not be familiar, can you tell the fans who you are and where you from?
Yeah, for sure. My name is Khujo Goodie. I'm 1/4 of the mighty Goodie mob that's based out of Atlanta, Georgia. And I'm also a part of the Dungeon family also, too, man. So that's what time it is, Dirty South.
Yeah, salute to you on that, man. You just mentioned two of the biggest names in Atlanta history, like, you know. So it's an honor. Like I said, I want to highlight that, man, because this is a dream come true, man. So when you first got into the music industry, what was it about rap that made you and Goodie Mob and your brothers decide to get in the game in the first place? Because we're talking years ago when it wasn't so popular and wasn't something everybody wanted to do.
Right, man. Man, I guess it was, for me, man, I guess it was a type of freedom, you know what I mean? Because you can express, you know what I mean, how you feel, you know what I'm saying, about different topics, or, you know what I mean, or you just want to get some stuff off your chest, man. It felt like that hip hop or music period was definitely a way for me personally to get off what I was going through, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I definitely think that.
What was one of the first signs you made the right decision? You know, everybody wants to be in the music industry or wants to pursue, you know, entertainment, but there's something that always happens that signifies this is the moment. This is something that legitimizes it, saying this is possible. Do you remember that moment or what that was?
Yeah, of course, man. I think for me, man, it had to be when our songs had been played on the radio, especially down here in Atlanta, you know what I mean? So you can make songs all day. During my time coming up, you can make songs all day, but if it didn't get to the radio, you know what I mean, that was just one obstacle that you hadn't accomplished yet, you know what I mean? So once we had got on the radio, man, I just felt like, man, okay, we damn near there, man. If we on the radio, that means not only the people in Atlanta, Georgia can hear us, man, but, you know, people all over the United States will be able to hit us. So I think when we got on that radio, man, that's when I felt that.
Yep. Now, you guys have had amazing success with radio. You know, Cell Therapy is one of the most iconic songs out.
Right.
Like, people may not know Goodie Mob, people may not, but they hear that chorus, they hear that hook, and as soon as they say, oh, that's Goodie Mob. Like, I was going through your catalog getting ready for this, man. There's so many of those songs for you guys that people don't really know they're you. You know what I mean? They know the song, they know how iconic it is. Do you guys how is that for you guys, like knowing that you are part of some of the biggest songs out there, but really they don't always give you the credit you guys are due, I feel?
Well, you know, in due time, man, that's how I feel. You know, you make enough noise, people to hear you, man. And like with Outkast, man, you know, my little brothers, they sold over 10 million records, you know what I mean? So of course everybody's gonna know who they are. Man, of course people know who Goodie Mob is too. It's just that we just have to do a little bit more extra work. So that's why each one of us will do solo projects or do whatever we can do to bring more value back to the group. But like when this pandemic came through, you know, a lot of people had started uploading and downloading Cell Therapy, you know what I mean? So that means that a whole new generation was tapped into something that we was doing back in 1995, you know what I mean? So you know, it's nothing new under the sun, because some of our forefathers up in New York been doing it a long time ago. You know what I mean? Like Public Enemy been putting out country's music for a long time. You got Poor Righteous Teachers been doing their thing. You know what I mean? So it was just I think it was just some Southern boys finding some information about what was going on, and just really hearing it from us, and just hearing the dialect, man, is just even something. Even something in that in itself, you know what I mean? So I'm just thankful that it was put on our heart to do something like that, man, that was going to be carrying on for years and years, man.
And you've been a part, like you said, you mentioned Outkast. Like Outkast is on Goodie Mob's first project. Like you, the Dungeon family, you guys are really a family. You really are a team. And you mentioned going solo too. Like the Goodie Mob is one group that's been out there that's legendary that has gone solo, but there's never been a rift. There's never been controversy. There's never been any beef between it. I think you guys all understand how dope all of you are as an individual, but how powerful you are as a unit. Some conversations you guys have had to have in the years to, you know, solidify those going solo, or is it just something that just came natural for you guys?
Oh no, man. Yeah, at the beginning of everything, man. The thing about it is that we knew each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
We always from close, from the same neighborhood, damn near. You know what I mean? In the same vicinity, and went to the same high school. So it's like we
yeah,
damn near knew each other. So at the beginning of everything, you know, it was just so all of us could really come out at one time, that we was all able to be a part of Goodie Mob, because it was
yeah.
cool for Gift to come over here from the group that he was in, you know what I'm saying, back in the days, and it was cool for CeeLo to come on in and do his thing. So the thing about it, it just made sense for all of us to be able to come out of that one time. But yeah, all of us was definitely solo artists, man.
Yeah.
Timo and myself, you know, we the forefathers of Goodie Mob, and Gift, he was in a group called the East Point Chain Gang, and CeeLo
Mm.
had his own. CeeLo had his own thing going on. So yeah, it was all good, man, for us to do our thing as Goodie Mob, so we could show the whole world what was
What you
going on, man. Yeah.
Now, with you being from Atlanta, like we know today, Atlanta's the powerhouses. It is the industry. It's where everybody is. But back in your guys' day, you guys laid the groundwork for that. Like what you
Right.
guys accomplished. How is it now being able to look at what you guys really were a part of and seeing how great you guys have helped make the Atlanta scene? Because without Goodie Mob and without Dungeon Family, you know, it wouldn't be to this level, I don't believe. So how for you getting to see it now, how does that feel for you guys?
Man, I love it, man. It's growth to me, man. You know, it just shows me that hip hop can grow. You know what I'm saying? Even
Yeah,
though hip hop started up in New York in the early '70s, you know what I'm saying? It just made its rounds to Atlanta. You know what I mean?
yep,
Because UGK was doing their thing in Texas. Luke was doing his thing in Miami. You know what I mean? Everybody was doing their thing on the West Coast. NWA was doing their thing. So all the regions was really covered, except for, to me, except for like Atlanta.
okay,
So when we was able to do our thing like that, man, it just let the people know that we had been down here studying, man, hip hop, and for a long time, man. So we was just really waiting for our chance to really shine. And I'm just thankful for LaFace Records for being
yeah.
that catalyst, man, for us to be heard all over the world.
Yeah. No, I salute you. And speaking of being heard all over the world, like I seen you guys have Goodie Mob has an international tour. Like we're not talking about like you used to do this and this is some throwback Thursday type. No, you active right now. You got a single that
All
we're gonna
right,
talk about in a second that's on fire, but you're on
for
tour
sure.
internationally, Goodie Mob. So what's that experience like for you to be from Atlanta but getting the tour of the world for, you know, doing this music that you guys created?
Oh man, it feels great, man. Because like at the beginning of everything, people didn't really understand the dialect and the slang from
Yeah,
MCs from the South. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
it was great, man, for us to really go out to places like New York and California and all over the world, just to really showcase who we were, man. You know what I mean? I think the
yeah,
world kind of fell in love with it. They kind of understood where we was coming from, because, you know, you're gonna get tough love like you got tough love in New York, because that's where it started from. So if it's like,
right.
if you can't take that, man, so if you can't take that, you're not gonna be able to make it in this game that we call hip hop. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So like I said, it's always good, man, to tour, man, because you get a chance to meet the people that support you. You know what I mean? You get a chance to really be up and close, man. You get a chance to sign autographs, man. You get a chance to do meet and greets, man. It's all that on campus type stuff. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
People can feel you and touch you, man. That's the best thing that I feel about, you know what I mean, about going out on tours like that. Like right now, we got a show coming up on the 30th of September in Huntsville. You know what I mean? And
Okay.
then in October, we got 3 more shows in October going on in Tennessee, and we're gonna be in
Yeah.
Tampa and in Vegas. So big ups to Organized Noise, man, for the music that they gave us to make. It was timeless music,
Yeah, it
and we've
keeps
been in
going.
and
Yeah.
we timeless music, man. So we've been doing this thing for almost 27 years now, and
Yeah.
the message still resonates.
Yeah, speaking of the message, man, that's one thing that Goodie Mob always did, and you, Khujo, yourself did a lot of it. You told what was going on in the hood, but you didn't always glorify it the way it is now. You told the real stuff that's going on. You made people see this isn't all glitz and glamour and what we come from, and you have the new single Bills that is still in that same essence. Like it's a
Right.
dope song, beats there, the lyrics are amazing, but you're still telling a concept. What is it about your music as an artist that makes you want to keep being the voice that has those messages? Because it's lost in today's music, but you're definitely still bringing it to the fans for it.
Well, man, that's where I come from, man. I come from
Yeah,
Goodie Mob, and it's the good die mostly over bullshit. You
yeah,
take one O away, that means God is in every man of blackness. So somewhere in that music that we was doing, it was some type of message that was going to be displayed. So
yeah,
we always learn from day one, man. Especially I can remember what Rico Wade from Organized Noise used to tell me, man. It's like, man, if that camera's in your face, man,
yeah,
I always have something to say, man. So I think that's one thing that Goodie Mob, I think that I'm cursed with, is always having something not only positive to say, but just something relative to say, something that people
yeah,
can relate to. I mean,
yeah,
not taking it, not covering it up too much, man. Like you listen to a lyric like Gibb says, you know what I'm saying? Somebody please turn the lights on the 166. So
yeah.
to me, hip hop is the voice of the voiceless. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
Yeah,
at that time we were doing, I think I see somebody say Square B and say, "Oh, my old bird." Yeah, that's what's up. You know what I mean? So it was about us keeping it real, man, keeping it local at the same
yeah.
time, man, being able to take this thing global, man. And I'm just thankful we was able to take soul food to where it is today, man.
Yeah, that's a lot of free game you just gave there because you said you tried to stay local and take that global. So many times artists are thinking
Mm-hmm.
about making a global song, but they miss their own hometown. And you can blow
Right,
up
right.
out of your market, but if you ain't getting love at home, those calls don't act the
Yeah,
same way when you called in. So that was a lot of free game for
facts,
artists. Focus on
facts.
local and then go
Yeah,
global. Bill's song, shout out my homie DJ Manny Face and DJ Punch. They had you on
that's right,
a Zoom and
for
we got the
sure.
chance to this record, man. So what's it like for you to see the technology the way it is now, where you can get 50 to 100 DJs on a Zoom call and get the real response and real appreciation for your music? How are you adapting to that with this technology?
Man, I think it's awesome, man. I think this is the best. I mean, I think artists have to be able to adapt. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's what it is about being a great artist, man. To be able to adapt with the times, man. Because when we came
yeah,
out, it wasn't no internet when we dropped in 95, 94, 95. So it was hand to hand combat. You know what I mean? We had to go places and go here, go meet DJs here, I remember record pools. You know what I mean? So
mm,
I just think that especially with DJs like the Fleet DJs and Coalition DJs and all the DJs out there, man, that keep this hip hop thing going, man. Much love and much respect for them, man. Because if it wasn't for those type of DJs, man, you have a harder time with independent artists will have an even harder time than what they have now. So yeah, man, I love the technology, man. I love the Zoom technology, man. You
yeah,
remember that was something never heard of. You know what I mean?
right,
The straight jets and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Back in the
yeah,
day. So man, when the Zoom came in, that just opened the door, man, to even more technology like Clubhouse. You know what I mean? You got all type of mediums out there that you can get your music out, and you can
yeah,
you can connect with your fans, and that's the best thing I like about it, man. That I can connect with fans, man, that really fuck with me, man. I can
yeah,
concentrate
like
on
yeah,
people that really like Goodie Mob and Khujo Goodie. So
yeah,
yeah, this thing is like the future, like the Jetsons, man. I remember back in the
yeah,
days watching the Jetsons, man. You being able to talk to somebody on the television, on the tube, and everything. So now all of a sudden,
yeah.
now in the 21st century, all this shit you can do it right now, man. What's up? What's up, Smoking Joe? That's my little nephew. What's going on, man?
You're
But yeah,
definitely
man.
you came out swinging, you know, as we would say, because like people wouldn't expect you to be as technologically as you are, but you are on all the platforms. We're on Instagram Live. You know,
Wow,
you've got
wow.
merchandise. You getting into the NFTs. You getting into. Are we gonna see Goodie Mob in the meta world soon or anything like that?
Oh man, I'm glad you said that, man. Right now, Goody Mob has an NFT, but you have to go to @Curio on IG,
Wow.
at Curio, and we have the Dirty South Soul Food Truck. So what this is,
Woo!
man, you can go in, you can get a plate, you can get different food on your plate, you can get different drinks like a sweet tea or
Okay.
lemonade, or and this too, you can get you can even get cyber chefs. So we got under chefs that you can get, and you can also get the rare chefs with myself, Timo, Gip, and CeeLo. You can get those chefs. So yeah, we
Yeah.
definitely got the NFT going on, and I'm definitely thinking about dropping some NFTs too, man. Jumping on the blockchain, man, and getting this thing right. What's up? What's up, Chill? I see you. I see my dog
You got
Chill,
the
man, from
cheat.
the West Coast.
I tell a lot of artists you got a cheat code with this NFT because you're a touring artist that already sells merchandise and people already want the music. So now you just do the old school packages, but you do on an NFT, and then people can just keep selling that over and over again, and you're going to keep getting money for thousands of years as long as they keep streaming it for you. I did want to go back to the DJs. Like for DJs that really support you, want to break your records, really want to build with you. What's the best line of communication? What's the process to reach out to Khujo Goodie and say, I love that Bills record and I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. I want to play in this club. What's the best process for that?
Yeah, for sure, man. I definitely want to give a shout out to the producer, man, that produced that Bills for me, man. My kinfolk, Cavi, the secret specialist out there on the West Coast. Shout out to my homie, man. Oh yeah, man. But yeah, for sure, man. If DJs want to jump, get with me, man. I'm always on IG, man, at KhujoGoodie, Khujo Goodie. Or you can email me, man, at Gun Club Beats. That's GUNCLUBBEATS at Gmail. Gun Club Beats. And man, let's get to it, man. I'm all about pushing the envelope of hip hop, man. That's what
Yeah.
it's all about to me, man. I mean, hip hop is up there with rock and roll, man. We need to keep the quality of music the same way, like that. You feel me?
Yeah. And all the people in the chat are saying Bills is a hit, man. So you've got a certified
Wow.
hit. What's the steps you need? What from the people who really support you? What do you need from us to activate so we can make Bills a bigger record for you? Like, is it more just sharing it and liking it? Is it more calling radio stations? Like, what can we do to help you? What's something that would benefit the Bills project?
Man, I'm glad you said that, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Canon Entertainment, man, my kinfolk. Man, right now, man, my fans, man, been helping me so much, man. The video is
Yeah.
out right now. Go to my IG page, Khujo Goodie. Click the link in the bio. Go
Yep.
to my video, man. Click on the video, man. Share the video for me, man. You know what I'm saying? Just let people know, man, we still relevant right now, man. That's what it's all about. You can definitely request this at your radio stations, man, or your internet radio. I mean, just to support me, period, man. Just liking. I mean, it's so easy,
Yep.
man. Just to even share something or just like something, it goes a long way. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
I'm just thankful, man, for all the support out there, man. People that's just been tapping in, man, giving me comments about the video, and just
Yep.
let me know what's up, Hype Jess. I see you. I
Yeah,
see you,
definitely.
man.
Shout out to the Hype Magazine, Just Jay and Jerry giving us this opportunity, and we're gonna connect. I'm gonna connect y'all directly, man, because she's
Yeah,
in
for
Atlanta
sure.
doing a lot of amazing things. So, you know, I saw you got a chance to perform Bills too, and that's an amazing experience getting to see you perform this song, and your drummer has fire coming off of the top. Like, what's the thought process when you're gonna create your single release or whatever it was at 19 social? What did your team?
1942 Social Club,
Yeah,
yeah. Man, you know what I'm saying? Big up the 1942 Social out here in Stockbridge, Georgia, man.
dope.
That was the second day they was open. They opened up, and I just felt honored, man, to be able to christen that spot like that. Big up to my kinfolk, DJ Piper. That was my nephew that was singing the hook with me at the club. And let's get to
Dope.
Badass, man. One badass drummer, man. Man, that brother there, man, he's something
Yeah,
serious, man. I reached out to him. Shout out to DJ Jelly too. DJ Jelly was the
yeah,
one that
legend.
turned me on, man. He was Goody Mob's first DJ, DJ Jelly.
Okay.
So coming out there, man, I got in touch with Badass. I asked him to pull up, man. He's always dependable, man. I mean, he's a real solid dude, man, and that just adds
Mm,
another element to
yeah.
hip hop, man. When you bring that drum element in there, and then you bring the live singing in there, man, that just really just turned me all the way up. And yeah, just be definitely be looking out for more performances with me and Badass and Piper also.
So we're gonna see you on the road, hopefully. Now, yeah, I'm watching the video and I see the fire coming off of the drums.
Oh
I'm like, hold
yeah,
on, are they gonna call the fire marshal? Is that something
man.
he knew he was gonna do, or he just was so excited by the opportunity he went all out for you?
Man, I'm gonna tell you. He said, Khujo, he said, you need the fire tonight? I was like, nah, I'm good. I don't need no fire tonight. Next thing you know, man, I just felt some heat behind me. I was like, what
Yeah,
the hell? And
yeah.
yeah, done lit the things on fire, man. He did that for me and my I got a video called West Asian, and he lit
Okay.
the cymbals on fire for me too, man. So nah, big ups to my
Yeah.
dog, man. One badass drummer, man. He really showed
Yeah.
out right there, man.
That's fire. Just
Definitely.
because you being who you are, and then you going on tour where they know they're gonna see the drummer catch something on fire. That's a TikTok challenge waiting to happen. Like
Okay.
go viral for you. So, and you're real active with music right now. Like you've dropped K Files 2. That's where Bills is coming from. You got K Files
Right.
1. What's
Right.
got you active again? Like you're releasing a lot of content and music for you now. What's got you re into it?
Well, man, I mean, hip hop, man, is a vibe for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I get inspired and I get motivated when I hear, especially when I hear young artists out there doing their thing.
Oh, dope.
I definitely get motivated and inspired. And then when I hear people from my era too, in the
Okay.
'90s, cranking that thing up, so that also turned me up too. You know what I mean? But another thing that really triggered me to doing it is like, man, my music is not doing any good sitting in my computer. You know what I mean? It's not doing no good. Me
Yep.
sitting down here in the studio, just listening and bobbing my own down here to my own
Right.
music. Now I
Yeah.
need to get my shit out to my own fans, man, and just clear my slate so I can make room
Yep.
for more music, man. And then another thing, man, I had seen some of my some of the hip hop legends that I look up to, man. They was all of a sudden just dying. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And so
Yeah.
it just kind of like just kind of had me scared a little bit. Like, man, I don't want to leave here and some of my work not being complete. You know what I mean? So I just want to complete as much music as I can, man. Leave a legacy for my family.
Well, thank you as a fan. Like I said, the K Files 1 was phenomenal, and then you hit us right
Wow.
back. K Files 2. Are you going to consistently drop the K Files, or we moving on to
You
album
know what?
mode?
I think I might do one more K Files Volume 3. I think I might do another Volume 3 of K
Okay.
Files. I want to shout out my one of my producers, man, Kojak. Kojak was doing his thing, man.
Yeah.
He the one that kind of turned me up too, man. A new producer. When I heard some of his productions, man, I was like, oh man, that shit was kind of crazy, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to my kinfolk too on here now, man. 30 Below Films, man. He
Whoop.
helped me shoot some of my visuals for my video, man. I got
That's
a video out called Boy Stop, man. He helped me shoot the visuals for it, man. So I'm just thankful, man, for the position that I'm in and that people that are willing to help me do my thing and help me
yeah.
continue continue on the legacy, man. And that shit motivates me to keep doing more music, man.
Yeah. Now, I want to highlight too. Shout out to Scotty Atl. I know you were at
Oh yeah.
Think on your studios performing for Bills as well. Like you're starting Bills off with two of the biggest platform market locations you can. How did you and Scotty Atl meet, and what made you guys connect the way you have? Because I see you guys show support equally on both sides.
Man, Scotty is involved in a culture in Atlanta that's been going on for a
Yeah.
long time, man. He makes gold grills, you know what I mean, for
Yep.
teeth.
Yep.
So man, he made me we was messing with a guy named Eddie Gold Teeth, Eddie Grills, that was
Okay.
doing the grills down in Atlanta. So Scotty just took up that void
Mm.
into making the grills, man. So he made some grills for me, and then I found out that he was talented, man, as far as like could rap, man. And then I seen
Yeah. Yeah.
he had a following too, man. I was like, wow,
Yes.
this guy's doing his shit like independent. And I was like, man, this is the true meaning of doing independent shit. You know what I mean? And
Yep.
he got on the. I asked him to get on a song with me, and that's on K Files Volume 1.
Yep.
And
Okay.
he's on a song called Mr. Indian Giver.
Mm.
Check
Concept.
that out, man. Mr.
Okay.
Indian Giver. He's on there with another young brother called Pesh Mayweather. And them some
Dope.
young guys, man, that's coming up, man, that can do their thing, man. It seems like they're willing to take that baton. So that's how I met Scotty, man. I've been seeing him doing his thing, man. He's connected with Puma. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
now he's
Yes.
doing some stuff with Atlanta Hawks right now. So I'm really proud of that young brother. He got
Yeah.
him he got a grill set up out in Melrose in California. I'm just fortunate enough, man, to know somebody young like that I can look at and I can be inspired to be motivated to continue to do my damn thing.
Yeah, I wanted to highlight that. I know Scotty Atl as an artist, and you're right. Like all of a sudden, he started doing the grills, and he was doing it already, but he started getting a lot of exposure for the grills, and he maximized that. So that's a really dope
Yes,
situation.
smart
And
brother.
think on your studios, like you said, ATL, Outcast, like it's all come full circle for you. And I told you when we introduced the first time, I met you at Stank on your studios with the Hitman DJ. Shout out to Casper,
Wow,
and it was
that's
so
right.
amazing. Me and my business partner St. James, we're standing outside, and you're standing there chilling with us. You are the legend, and we're like, why are you just standing here? And you gave us so much game. I think that's why everybody loves you, man, and really supports you. Is you are so humble. How do you stay so
Wow.
humble? Like, we went through some of these accolades, and if you put your
Mm,
roster and your highlights against anybody, you have the reason to be the biggest ego there is.
mm,
But you're so down to
mm.
earth and humble. How do you stay that way?
Well, I stay that way because on the other side of being humble, I can definitely be the opposite of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I know in my mind that I could do that all the way to the fullest. You know what I'm saying? But I don't do it. You know what I mean? So you know what I'm saying? Being humble is a I think it's a power. It's a type of
Yeah.
power that you definitely that the strong has. You know what I mean? The strong can be humble and the weak can be humble. So I just use that, man, because I remember an old brother told me, man, that you can get more flies, you can get more bees with honey than you can with a sledgehammer. You know what I mean?
Right.
You feel me? So man, I mean, I've learned in the business, man, to smile a lot. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
I don't want people to get the wrong impression that I'm unapproachable. You know what I mean? Because
Right.
I definitely can be unapproachable, but I'd rather be approachable. You know what I mean? So I can definitely. That's right, Chef. I mean, being from the South too, man. A lot of Southerners are humble also too.
Right.
It's just in them. You know what I mean? But you know, coming from the background I came from, man, I have no need to be unhumble right now because I mean I haven't really done a lot right now. I mean,
Mm.
I'm not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You know what I
Wow.
mean? I'm in the Georgia Music Hall of Fame, but I mean, when you humble, man, you still got room for improvement, man. I think.
Well,
You know
you're
what I
never
mean?
looking at the scoreboard. Like I can highlight everything
I
you've
like
done, and you're
that.
like, I don't even know I did that because you're so
Looking
busy
at the
putting stuff on the
scoreboard.
board. You ain't got time to look at it all. And
I like that.
that's a dope situation for you because people root for you now. Like you're a humble spirit, and you should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Like you
Man,
should
we
be.
on the way.
We start a petition, like anybody who sees this or anything, because you guys deserve it. Like I said, if you look at Atlanta and if you really know hip hop and music, they weren't showing the South any love. And then when you guys came through, it's cracked the door a lot. It wasn't just a little bit; it cracked it a lot. So you should be getting those accolades. Um, how do you view it though? Like being you lived this, so how do you react to that when you don't get the credit you're due?
That's a good question, man. I was just thinking about that, man. Everybody gets their turn. I think
Mm-hmm.
everybody waits their turn, and I think we patiently waited our turn. And once
Yeah.
we got a chance to do what we did, man, I think the talent was so bottled up that it was just so much. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It was just so much, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Look at the West Coast, man. They got so many artists out there on the West Coast.
Yeah.
Texas also. You know what I mean? It was just that people didn't know how much talent Atlanta had down here. I mean,
And
it's not just rap. You know what I mean? You got people that can sing. You got people that can dance. You
yeah.
got artists down here. You got DJs down here. So it's teaming with hip hop is living down here also. I
Right.
mean, it's
Yeah.
teaming down here. You know what I mean? So I think that's the best word to say about it. That hip hop is alive in another region and it's
Yeah.
growing. And it's not like the South gonna have it like this all the time. Another region is gonna come up and have something even
Mm,
more innovative and more creative. You know what I mean? And we just got to embrace that. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So I think that's what it is, man. It was just time to embrace. It was time to embrace the South as a whole. Because I
So
met
okay, but even your
the
talent too. Like you guys were the first ones with CeeLo singing, adding the hip hop. Like there was elements that you added. Like we all love Bone Thugs and Harmony, and they get a lot of credit for the melodic rap. But you guys
right,
too,
right,
like that's there. But I appreciate that. I want to highlight something else about you that I was seeing is you give back to the community so much. Like, what is
right.
it about giving back to Atlanta? You going out to homeless shelters and giving them stuff. Like, how have you made that? Why did you do it the way you do? And how has that benefited yourself? You know what I mean? Because it's a great thing you're doing for Atlanta.
Well, man, that thing was done a while back, man. I just happened to be going through my YouTube, and y'all can check me out
Yeah,
at YouTube too, man. I got exclusive stuff on YouTube. Y'all can check out. But yeah, I just have Chef Zorby. What's up, man? I just happened to be going through there and checking it out. I was like, oh wow, man, I do
yeah,
remember this, and
yeah,
I can remember the feeling I had, man. Just giving back. That's a part of. I guess that's a part of the process of being humble. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Because you see
yeah.
people that got you see people that got less than you, but then you thinking that you doing bad until you see somebody else that's
Yeah.
doing that's worse off than you. You know what I mean? So with that being said, man, that's always good for the conscience, man. I think it cleans the soul, man, when you give back, man. And it ain't got to be money all the time, man. It could be your time. You know what I mean? Your time is valuable also. You know what I mean? So I'm just thankful that Pizzo, my homeboy Pizzo, put that on my heart, man, to do. Because if you look at it, man, you can see I was down there just choking up a little bit because I was like, oh man,
Yeah.
this is something real, man. You know, this ain't about performing in front of nobody or
It's
giving
gen-
people
yeah.
autographs. This some real shit. You touching people that's, you know what I'm saying, that's going through some things and they see you and you bringing like
Yeah.
clothes and you just bringing like a positive vibe to them, man. That shit is priceless, man.
Nah, that's amazing, man. I know Casper does Toys in the Hood like every year,
See?
so definitely gonna connect you with that. Because that'd be a
Yes.
dope situation back to all the
Oh,
high schools and stuff with
oh
his
yeah,
drives.
man.
We know you have lines saying you're the favorite rapper's favorite rapper. Like, are there other artists that are out there, even other legends out there, or up and coming artists that you would like to work with? Like, you are
Oh wow.
favorite rapper's favorite rapper. Like, you one of the best out there. So, is there a bucket list for you, Khujo, that you like? Man, I've never been with this guy, and we would make. Is there any artists out there that you would like?
Yeah, man. I definitely been added to my bucket list, man. And when I dropped my solo album, Echoes of a Legend, I had the pleasure of working with Big Mike. I'm talking about one of the
Yeah,
legends that I can remember
yeah,
riding to his music in high school, sitting in Big Gift Cadillac, man, listening to Big Mike, listening
yeah,
to Cypress Hill, Be Real, man. Be Real showed me love on my CD, man. My kinfolk Dash Diligence showed me love on the CD. So
yes.
man, that was awesome, man. But yes, I would definitely like to work with somebody like a Big Daddy Kane, man.
Mm, that'd be
Like a
fire.
Rakim. I like to do something with Lil Baby. Man, I
Okay,
like to do
that's
something,
fire.
man, with Spillage Village, man. Earth Gang, man. Shout out to Earth Gang out there, man. I love Jid doing his thing, man. So I mean, I love to do
Yeah,
something with J. Cole. So man, I'm definitely open, man. I definitely would love pushing the envelope, man. What's up, Miss Lee Dennis? She's been supporting me, man, on my merchandise, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout
yeah.
out to everybody
Yep.
that's supporting me on my merchandise, FFD merch. But yeah, man, I still got a bucket list, man. I love to do something with Ice Cube, man. That was man.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
did something
when this is all said and done, I was gonna make clips anyway, so that's a clip. We're gonna
for
tag
sure.
all of them. Let's see what
Let's
the
do
Hype
that
magazine can present for the feature. Put it all
for
together.
sure.
Like, it'd be a dope situation. And I don't think people will reach out to you because you're so good. Like sometimes when you're so good and you're such a legend, people are scared to say hi. You know what I mean? So
Mm.
hopefully this just opened the doorway and lets more people in. When
Oh yeah,
artists,
one more, Lil Wayne,
oh, that'd be fun.
Lil Wayne.
If an artist
Yeah.
wanted to reach out to you though, like what are you looking for from an artist before they should contact you? Do they need to have certain numbers? Do they need to have certain fan groups, or are you taking on fresh talent that just really dope? Like, what are you looking for people reach out?
That's it, man. Fresh talent is really dope, man. I mean, yeah, I get my email out a lot, man. I go through it and check out a lot of stuff, man.
Yep.
Some stuff that I like, I definitely chime back in and tell them that, man, you know, if I had to choose out of these three, this would be the one I would choose. So, yeah, man, I definitely encourage producers and MCs, you know, to reach out to me. I mean, it's a lot that reach out to me, and I try my best to get back to everybody. But I love tapping in, man, with young artists, man, giving them advice, telling them how to go if they want
Yep.
that advice. But what I was doing, I had something that I was doing called Feed the Lions. And I think
Okay.
I'm on volume 4 right now. And what I do is I reach out to independent artists. I put a post out and tell independent artists that I'm putting out a compilation album, and I also contribute to the album too. You know what I mean? So it's like we coming up together. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's how I've been currently giving back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Was saying that I'm giving back.
Yeah, and there's an opportunity for you too, because you're really good with this social media, as we said. So imagine weekly, Khujo Goodie jumps on Instagram Live and he gives real game. I'm not telling you what I think has to happen. I'm not telling you what I imagine. No, you can go back to your history and say, this is what we did, and this is why this worked. Like you'd have a whole opportunity for that. I know you're busy, so I'm not gonna take too much more of your time, but I gotta
Oh,
ask, like,
good.
would Goodie Mob do a versus, and if so, is there somebody you guys would like to celebrate with? I'm not gonna say versus battle,
Yeah,
but
celebrate. That's a good way to say
out there
it.
you guys want to collaborate with.
Man, that is a beautiful way to say it, man. That's a nice way to say it because you're right. Both sides are celebrating their body of work. So you're
Yeah.
right about that, man.
Yep.
What I can think of, man, is the people that we came out with, man. Maybe like
Mm,
a Roots or a Fuji's, you know what I
yeah.
mean? You know what I mean? And then if we just want to have some fun, man, we just bring out Outkast, man, and we just go through the
I was gonna
whole
say, yeah.
catalog, man. Go through the whole catalog and just have a concert, man. I see that
Yeah.
Goodie. I see somebody say Goodie Mob and Scarface, man. I
Scarface.
love Scarface, man. I love Willie D. Shout out to Willie D, man. He reached out to me, man, and started following me, man. See, I be just like a kid, man, when
Yeah.
some of the legends that I looked up to started saying something or liking my shit or following me, man. So that's how it is. That's how I feel about hip hop now, man. It's a young man sport, but it's still a sport where an old man can still chill in. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, they always talk
Man.
about hip hop is just getting older, so we've never had artists that had a chance to get older.
Mm.
So you're not doing anything
Wow.
different than
Wow.
is done, and you're like rock and roll stars are performing at 80 years old, the first album still. So you mean
Yes.
at least you're
Yes.
giving us new content. I mean, at least you're
Yeah.
not like saying
Yeah.
go get soul food still. You're dropping dope content still, and highlighting on the older people or the legends you look up to. I see you were looking at the Hip Hop Alliance and thinking, they were making comments about that. Is that something you would be interested in being a part of, or getting collaborating with?
Oh yeah, for sure, man. I reached out to one of the legends, man, that really got me started in the hip hop, man, which was Curtis Blow. I reached out
Mm.
to him, man, and
Wow.
I got a chance to talk to him and tell him, man, how he came to my middle school back in '85 when he was
Yeah.
doing we playing basketball. So I definitely showed him love. Shout out to DJ Chop and Slow. I see you, kid folk.
Yeah.
But
Salute.
but yeah, man, man, the legends, man, they the one that paved the way for us, man, and
Yeah.
I'm forever grateful and forever thankful for that, man.
And you mentioned earlier your merchandise. So I want to highlight that too before we get out here.
For
You have
sure.
really good merchandise. You're not just doing a T-shirt with a sentence on it. Like you got really dope merchandise concepts. Even the bills. What's it like now to have merchandise? Like it used to be, people would sell music to give away the merchandise, but now you pretty much are giving away the music so you can sell the merchandise. So how are you you know, enjoying that new experience, because now you get revenue anytime you sell that merch?
Man, you know, I mean, like I said, man, during the pandemic, man, I had a chance to sit down, man, with the wifey, with my sons, and we just
Mm-hmm.
started coming up with ideas, man, to really let my fans know how much I appreciate it. Just like I was saying, people like Miss Lee Dennis, man, she was on there supporting me, man. A lot of people was just wanted to get the merch just to support me, man. But
Or
I was
yeah.
putting quotes on there, man, from some of my best verses on there, man. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Just some ideas that had been going through my head since I was a little kid. Like I developed some shades, man. They call disco shawties. You know what I mean? So y'all definitely get a chance, man. Y'all tap into my link in my bio, and you can check that out. But yeah, no, I was just being creative and being innovative, man, because that's what hip hop is all about. Music, period, man. Just taking it to that next level, and just the merchandise, man. I think that Goodie Mob had been so slow on branding, man. Like, I mean, like
Mm.
when we
Yeah.
first came out, man, you knew NWA, you knew what that
Yeah.
logo was. You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
knew what a Dog Pound Gangster, you know, the DPG logo was. You know what the Public Enemy logo was. So I just think that I'm just catching up on old times, man. Just really
Yeah.
continuing to trying to brand what I got, man, and just brand my brand Goodie Mob at the end of the day.
And the good thing about that too is, like you said, you guys really weren't on branding at that point. So now you bring it back out.
Right.
It's fresh. It's brand new to
It's
start
fresh.
hoodies everywhere, because they haven't seen it before, and it could become like the WuTang symbol. You see that, you know something
Wow,
dope's
that
coming
is
around.
branded, man. That, you know, when you see that W,
Yeah.
man, that is branded right there, man. Shout out to the Wu-Tang for showing the way, man.
Yeah. Now, last thing, you if an artist, like we talked about, it's the artist reaching out to you and stuff like that. If a DJ wants to connect with you, what about publicists? Because like I told you, when I first
Oh,
reached out to you,
yes.
the point is helping you, Khujo. Like, I love this opportunity
Yes.
for you, but this solidifies it. Now I'm gonna hit my DJs, like media. How do you want people to reach out to you, besides the email? And are you doing any specific kind of media? Or are you open to, you know, the opportunities as they present themselves?
Oh no, man, I'm definitely open to all opportunities with the media, man, for especially with interviews, man, because I love to talk with people, especially when we talking about
Yep.
hip hop, man, because
Yeah.
that's what I do, man, and that's what I've been into, and there's a lot of
Yeah.
things that people don't know about Goodie Mob or don't know about Khujo Goodie, that, you know what I'm saying, that a
Yeah.
record can't tell you. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
no, definitely, man. Definitely get up with me, man. The best way to get in touch with me definitely is through social media, man. I say, man, definitely give me a DM. Shout out me on the DM. Try to check my DMs regularly.
Yeah.
Definitely you can email me at Khujo Goodie Presents. That's Khujo Goodie Presents, KHUJOGOODIE Presents, man. And I'm definitely open to PRs, man. Let's go, man. Let's
Dope.
bring it, man. Let's do it.
Salute
Loving
to
it.
Jerry. He's in the saying hype cover, so I'll make, like I said,
Yo,
I'm gonna
what's up,
connect you
Jerry?
with
I see you, kid, folk. I see
Jay.
you.
Let's figure out how to make that work. Last thing before we get out of here, though, for artists, DJs, people who want to be in the music industry, do you have any advice for them? Because, like I said, you're not someone who's trying to be in it. You're someone who's almost at the 20-year celebration of soul food. So, any game you would like to give an artist or up and coming person trying to get into this game?
Yeah, man, that's a good question, man, because with this game, it's not all about making a beat. It's not all
Yeah.
about rapping. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's definitely other options in the music industry, man. You could be a lawyer, man. You could be a PR, like you were saying, man. You could be
Yeah.
somebody that knows how to get in touch with blogs to get your artists, you know what I'm saying, interviews. So
Yeah.
my thing is study what you want to get into, man. If this just like with anything, man. If you want to get a job, you study to see what it takes to be conducive person in that
Yeah.
field. You know what I mean? So if you want to rap, if you want to be an MC, if you want to DJ, figure out how you get paid. How do
Yeah.
I get paid
Yep.
at being when my record is being spent somewhere? How do I get money off of that? Or if my record is being sold on iTunes or Spotify. How do I get paid? So by all means, figure out how you get paid in this thing to see if this is something you want to do. And then by all means, definitely get you a good lawyer. Get you a good
Mm-hmm.
lawyer and read books on the music industry. You know what I mean? If you can, watch documents, you know what I'm saying, about people that's been in the music. That's some things that we weren't really privy to, but once we started getting up on things, we started watching documents like Rick James and Bob Marley and Parliament and all that stuff, man. So definitely educate yourself, because the powers that be not gonna educate you. They want you to be uneducated so they can get most of your money.
Yeah. How do you feel now? Are you staying independent? Is your goal to go back major? Like, do you have thoughts on artists or yourself? Which route is best right now, you think?
Well, that's a good question, man. Definitely, I love independent because you own
Mm-hmm.
all your shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
When you're going major, you got to compromise. Nothing is wrong with a compromise. I mean, you might be a young artist out here, man, that may need somebody to do this and do this for you, but in turn, just know that when somebody's doing something for you, they're gonna want to get paid for doing that for you. You know what I mean? So just like I said, and if they give you a contract, man, definitely get you a lawyer to look over it, man. But I like independent, but major is good too. I mean, because what major record
Yep.
labels do, they throw you at all the radio stations. I mean, everybody's hearing your music. It's just that you got to keep coming with it,
Yeah.
and you can't drop when you want to drop, because suppose that
Yep.
record label got 10 artists on there, and you done dropped already this year, but you want to drop again.
You're
Well, they're
not on
like,
the
well,
count.
no, you're
Yep.
not on the calendar. You know what I mean? So it's pros and cons to it. You just got to pick your poison.
Now, before we get off here, anything else you want to let the fans and listeners know, or whoever catches this recap? You said you had a show coming up, international. Anything closer to home with Atlanta, people can circle on the calendar for you?
Oh, yeah, y'all circle this on your calendar. November 23rd, we will be in Atlanta.
Yeah.
November 23rd. Goodie Mob, Sleepy Brown, Mr. College Park. We'll definitely be in the house, man. Y'all keep checking me out on Instagram to see where we're going to be at. And just, man, download, man, my music for me, man. And check out my videos, man, and just be watching for me, man, because I'm a most high winning, man. I'm gonna keep dropping some new material for y'all.
Yeah, I got to highlight Suspect off of K Files 2.
Ooh,
That's a phenomenal song.
suspect,
So if you're trying to think of the next single or video, like that shit fire.
suspect,
That's that.
suspect fire.
Add that shit on repeat. People are like, yo, what is that there? I'm like, oh, that's so.
Ooh,
Got
suspect is hard. It is, man. Because I've been sitting back like, man, I wonder what next video should I shoot,
mm,
man. But that's been suspect and no excuses. Those are the two that been rambling around in my head. But I think you might have confirmed that thing. Yeah. That's right. Street Keys. Yeah, we will be in Huntsville, Alabama on September 30th. That's right, for sure. Know
yeah.
that. Know that.
Then you can a cheat code for you though, because social media do a video. Hey, I'm trying to pick the next video. I got K Files 1, K Files 2.
Okay.
Whoever picks
Okay.
the right video tells me the most likes. Like you engage with your fans that way. That's how you get them to share, like, and comment for free, and then they'll
Okay.
feel like they're involved in the process. So they'll really promote for you. They'll go tell
I'm on it.
everybody they know, hey, I helped Khujo pick his new single, and
I
you can
can't
do that
wait.
just on these lives.
I can't wait to do it, man. I'm on it. Watch. I'm on it. I can't wait.
I appreciate the opportunity once again. And you have yourself a good night.
Thanks, man. I'll let you in.
Salute.
Peace.